Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a New Year's message for Sagittarius. So happy New Year's for 2021, guys. Take in mind this is a general reading, so take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, and know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, your choices, the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is that you'd like to see in this new year. So guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're one of my subscribers, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here. I love you guys. And guys, if you are new, at the end, if you feel like this resonates, please hit subscribe if you'd like to see more of this. It'd be wonderful to have you along the journey with me. So I'm just going to take a minute first to call in Spirit. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself this reading, any of you who would ask for it, as well as I hear Archangel Metatron coming through. I want to ask them to use me as the clearest channel possible to deliver messages for the most far-reaching, but oh my gosh, I'm already tongue-tied, but for the highest good of ourselves only, okay? I apologize if I get tongue-tied. I have been getting tongue-tied through these readings, so I'm not sure if Mercury is in some place that's all weird or what's going on, or it could just be me, but please, I apologize. Bear with me, guys. So let's get into it. This is from Colette Baron Reed. So I am asking Spirit, though, to only use me as the clearest channel, right? We want only the highest messages for our highest good. No second-rate messages coming through today. Alright, so let's see here. Spirit. For the sign of Sagittarius, this is the postcard from Spirit Oracle. What messages do you have? What is the overarching energy for New Year's? Happy New Year's reading 2021. So, a whole bunch of fell out, but only one actually fell out where we can see it. So, let's take a look. I feel like this could be like a sign of there's a lot of information that may be coming at you, but be choosy with what you pay attention to or what you resonate with, or be choosy on, making your own deductions, right? Gaining and gathering information and coming to your own conclusions. So we have here, it says celebrate life with a cherub here, and inside this most gorgeous, beautiful wreath here with flowers. So any of these messages, if they do trigger you, if they invoke an emotional reaction, what was it? How can you use this information going forward in your day-to-day world to create positive change in your future? This also puts that up to you, right? This power in your hands. So, dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you would really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. Maybe that's why so many things came out. There was so much to say, but if there's something that you've been holding on to, a place in your heart or forgiveness that needs to happen, this is the place. Because like it said, it is like a virus. And it's also because we're focusing. When we're carrying baggage around, if we're carrying all those cards that fell, if I tried to read them, we'd be here doing nothing but reading those. And this is the most important. We need to think about what's the most important. So in our day-to-day world, when we're holding on to things that have hurt us, or hatred towards another, or guilt on our own part too, it's dragging us down and lowering our vibration. And we're not living in this present world, right? We're living in a past, because whatever we're holding on to is not today. So I'm feeling like if this is something that, you feel like forgiveness needs to happen, I'm hearing Reiki for forgiveness. Some of you may want to even look it up on YouTube, see if you can find something like that. And then, set yourself up in a nice bath. You may even ask and set your intentions in this situation that, through the Reiki, any energy that's being, sorry about the table guys, any energy that's being released and transmitted through this, that it goes into the bath water. So when you pull that plug, any negativity, anything that's blocking you from forgiving can be released down into the world with love. And for some of you, you may want to have a salt bath too, just to help really cleanse your aura, to really help cleanse your spirit. Because when we let go of the baggage, we find our back may not hurt as bad. We might be able to stand up just a little taller and maybe walk a little faster, not hurt so bad, right? When we're holding on to negativity, our bodies really do feel heavy. And this is saying, if we want to lighten up a little bit, we want to lose the weight that is not measurable by this physical. We want to lose the weight that sits on our chest, okay? So the message I want to bring, they're telling me before I move into tarot to go with the messages from the angels here. So this is the Healing with the Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue. It's pretty beat up because I've had it since I was like 13, but I really like this deck still. So again, a couple that came out upside down, we're going to be discerning here and put them back and focus on what came out together. And funny enough, I just did the reading for, funny how I forget, Virgo, and it was very clear tonight was focused on Virgo and Sagittarius, and the 3 angel cards that came out for them is exactly what you got. So some of you may have a Virgo in your life, asking us to be in harmony with ourselves, be in harmony with nature. And there is a big, I feel like what music we listen to can really help us here as well. Okay, so this could be even Reiki because of the vibration. Reiki is energy healing. You may be getting a kind of tune-up. You may even be looking at more Reiki stuff, kind of looking in for energetic tune-ups, chakra clear-ups, as well as getting out into nature. If you can see here, this guy's in harmony, walking with nature, also playing an instrument. All 3 of these angels, actually, no, only 2 of them are playing an instrument. So we've got the trumpet here, we've got harmony, and what I like about this card is through the trees. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's stars sparkling out there. Be in awe and wonder and amazement of this world, and get out and look at the stars. Spend some time in nature and in tranquility and just being in a place that can bring you to a place of calm. If you're going through particularly hard times, just getting out and going for a walk. When we create situations where we're constantly the victim and we're holding on to something that's a whole lot of heavy, we can get to a place of almost like depression or, stagnancy. And this is like in the smallest of forms. Take care of yourself, right? Get out, get some exercise, breathe in the fresh air, talk with the nature spirits, and regain some harmony within yourself so that you're not disconnecting from your world and your actual world. You're not disembodying yourself either, because I feel like when we're holding on to so much about someone else, we're actually giving them so much power over us, and we're not being true to who we are. We're kind of acting out against someone else, not being what we're meant to do, right? We're allowing them to alter our state and our vibration. So classical music, I keep hearing classical, relaxing, Reiki. This could be for some of you making music. For some of you, you may want to get outside, and the birds singing is nature music. Spirit's been showing me this card and intention. So this is really an important card as well. What we think is what we create. What we intend on is important. So we've all maybe heard the saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, maybe true, because we can all start something with good intentions, but if we allow ego and we allow self-drive kind of stuff to get in the way or muddle things, we really can sway from the original intention. This is not about that. This is about setting our intentions and following through, but the power of our intentions, because our thoughts are also created by intention. Let's think about this card about the resentment and needing forgiveness. If I go to a family dinner and let's say there's a particular family member that just boils my blood, okay, let's say something like that, or I boil their blood. I can't do anything without having them on me, right? Or grouchy, or if this is you, okay, or whatever it is, if you've been the butt of those jokes, or if you know that it may require you to kind of just ignore a lot. If you go in with a intention that, you know what, they say anything to me, I'm going to let them have it. First off, a few ways. We can go in with this intention that we're going to let them have it, we're going to put them in their place, and we're going to start World War III at family dinner. Or we can know that, you know what, yeah, I'm going to put them in their place. If they say these things to me, I'm going to handle it calmly, assertively, and I'm going to set my boundaries. I'm setting my intentions now that I am going to be respected and I'm not going to allow people to cross my boundaries. But there's ways of doing this and setting intentions. One setting intention to set the other person straight may be coming from hostility and anger, right? The other one's coming from a place of peace and a place of knowingness here that you can't change them, right? And whatever's going on with them, whatever anger that they're spilling out towards you in this situation, that's about them. And if you allow them to engage and get under your skin, they're going to be happy. That's what they want. So also trying to not let them get what they want by you staying strong and you staying in your power. In some ways, yes, we may feel more powerful if we go and we're like, I'm going to give it to them. They say this one thing and I'm just going to let it rip. I'm going to tell them everything I think and I'm going to open wide. And then you end up being the person who looks like you're in a fight, especially if you come up to someone who's like, well, I would never do that. And then, of course, they've been doing this and you have taken the bait and set it off and now everyone thinks that you're the jerk. However that works, if that part resonated. But that's not just this. That's also setting our intentions that we are going to focus on the positive, okay? Where our intention goes, magic flows as well. And where we have our intention going, we want to have energy flowing that way. So if I intend on getting better, I should also intend on not eating bad food. If I intend, on running a marathon, I should also intend on training, right? These kinds of things. If I intend on going and finishing school, I should intend on studying, right? Intend on doing my best. So I'm going to also bring now a message from the Muse Tarot. It's gorgeous there. Very, very colorful. And I felt like it needed to come to you guys. It's the Muse one, which is all also about inspiration. So it's really interesting. Let's see here. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sagittarius, please? Thank you. And you have the Knight of Materials here. It was in the reverse. I'm not going to read it as reverse. We'll see what other energy can come up here, though, okay? Gorgeous, right? Absolutely gorgeous. And this is this Black Beauty. But not Black Beauty, gray, almost like that, I don't know the name, horse enthusiasts may know here, but it's got dots, gorgeous, running around with the plants here as well, like the succulent. The reversal here is because there could be stubbornness, I think. The Knight of Materials could be an Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. So if you were attached or connected to a Virgo, this could be about that as well. But I think whatever needs to be forgiven is really deeply ingrained. Let's see here. And it could also be what I'm seeing at the end here is you can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. And this could be if there's a core level in some place where you don't believe in yourself, that's going to stop you from moving forward too. And when we're setting intentions, if we don't actually believe it to be true, we're blocking our way, right? So we need to find out, here we have the 8 of Voices. We need to find out whatever's getting in our way. We need, like if you look at her, she's tied. Right? She's chained. Things are always going to appear this way. And it's very confusing. There's a whole lot of black and white. And she's also, I heard the word sabotage in this. Some of us, this could be the self-sabotage too. Let me see. Tell me more about this Knight of Materials with the Ace of Voices Spirit. Alright, so let's see what we get. You have the 6 of Materials. It was in the reverse, but I'm going to flip it over and we'll see what goes on. I'll keep it in reverse and see. Queen of Emotions. So this would be the Queen of Cups. The Emperor. This could be an Aries. This also could be a divine masculine energy, both either within yourself or a partnership. You have the Devil. Could be a Capricorn. Could also be addictions, and this did also actually come up with the Virgo reading, so it could be family. And what I noticed, and this is, you guys aren't Virgo, but I'd never noticed this before, there's like this fire thing coming out of this cave, right, this volcano, on the depths of hell, basically, that we have to go within ourselves. And for some of us, this stuff that we need to forgive could be with another person, or it could be something really, really ingrained with us that we have to find a way to let the steam off, to let the guilt go, and to be able to transform and rise above that stuff, okay? So there's a lot of passion here too. For some of you, this is also about passion. This could be, you've got the Emperor here too, very, very passionate fire energy, and also very kind of controlling. Because the Emperor can be, he's in command, very in command, and in his more negative aspects could be a little bit of a control freak. We've got the same thing here with the Devil, that this energy could be really, really awesome because it's passionate, it's steamy, it's moving you forward. At the same time, it's engulfing you, encapsulating you, and eating your soul. Okay? So I feel like whatever this is, it's time to really remove yourself from those cycles. And this may be something that you need to get some extra help for. If you need to talk, you can even do online therapy now. I'm not sure on costs or things like that, but a lot of times it's covered. And I'm sure even in these times, if you call your doctor, they would set you up with that. If you need to talk, especially because of COVID, there's a lot more advocacy for mental health right now. So if there's something that you need help with, sometimes just talking to an extra person and hearing an extra person's point of view can help really calm things down. And this Muse of Emotions is actually the King. So you have counterparts here, the King and Queen of Emotions, and the 6 of Cups in reverse. If this is about a relationship, well, it's not the 6 of Cups, that's the 6 of Coins, 6 of Materials. If this is about a relationship with the King and Queen, one of you may be really going through some stuff and some addictions. And I think with the 6 of Material in the reverse here, it's because either you guys are not together, or with this Knight of Pentacles, it's like the brakes are put on because other stuff needs to heal. If there's been lies within the relationship or literal control issues, that's going to be really hard to work past forgiveness and try and move on, right? Because it's going to be hard to try and move into a new cycle. I want to read to you the Muse of Emotions and tell you what it says here. So, compassion. These are the key words, okay? compassion, joy, the freedom to feel all the emotions as a way to self-discovery, transcendence, states of bliss, meditation, inner calm, and knowing, being totally in touch with your desires and in balance and peaceful emotions, avoiding moodiness. The prompt in this is rinsing the shadow, which would be rinsing the shadow, right? Whatever the shadow stuff is, because that's what devil energy is too. Shadow energy, stuff that's meant to keep us in darkness rather than honoring and embracing our light and being able to shine and connect with those around us in the light. It wants to keep us in the dark. And holding forgiveness and extra baggage is one of those ways to allow that darkness to just stay within us. It says, come tiny vessel of love to the place where the water drops off and pours everything into the sweet shell of life. This message of highest love resides where all the bits and pieces of your anger and sadness are brewed and alchemized into beautiful experiences for the soul, for they too are experiences to be cherished and learned from. Come meditatively, quietly, calmly with everything you are. Leave nothing behind, for you will need it all in this place of mindful understanding. Steer clear of manipulation and moodiness, and come into the night on the sweet waves of kindness, for those are the waves that will push you past the riptide. They will float you. I'm going to show you this card too. They will float you to the sandbanks of connection and invite you to explore the inner world with the gentlest compassion. Your task is to simply be true to your heart and accepting of the nature that is. As the healing waters of pure love are headed your way, attend awareness of perception, reaction, emotion, empathetic and true, sensitive wisdom who crosses the sea, and subtle magic now lies within you. Following the magics of yourself first off, embodied, because this may have nothing to do with relationship harmony and everything to do with you being embodied in your heart completely, accepting your masculine and feminine within your heart and knowing that it is whole and it is true and you are in harmony with yourself. So I'm going to just bring one last message now before I let you go. This is from the Sacred Rebels Oracle going forward for Sagittarius, please. You get a few. One is Pandora's Box, and the rest we have Softly, the Tender Touch. This is about going everything in gentleness, my friends. This Pandora's Box, once we open it, don't see what comes out as negativity. When we open it to our darkness, to expose what has been hidden, these are gifts. And these are gifts that we can hold on to a lifetime, and we learn so much from the experiences. Much like this muse was saying, even in the darkest times, whatever we've hidden up in this box, there's so much enlightenment and wisdom to be learned from this, and these experiences were meant to shape us in the world. So whatever you have in this box, it's time to learn from it, and know there is magic in this shadow work as well. So give forgiveness where it needs to be given, and especially to yourselves, my friends. If you are having trouble doing this, something I always suggest is to go into a meditative state, or even just close your eyes, quiet your mind, and take some deep breaths in and out. Imagine yourself going into an imaginary situation where you're holding hostility towards another, or guilt or anger towards yourself, where you need forgiveness, and go in and stop that, you know. And if it's towards someone else, say, you know what, hey, I forgive you for doing this to me. It wasn't right and it caused me a lot of hurt, but I'm sorry, and hug the person. And you can imagine them saying, you know, I'm sorry, that wasn't right, you know. And just, even if you don't get that apology though, giving that apology in that space. And if it's for yourself, stopping yourself in time, saying, you know what, this is not what is right for you. This movement will only lead to ruin. You will regret this. This will bring shame. You will need forgiveness. You will need to ask yourself for forgiveness. You're going to struggle with this decision. It doesn't feel right for you. Stop yourself. Give yourself a great big hug and say, going forward, this is what we've learned. And I think that will really help you to unlock your magic. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope it works. I hope you guys have a great month. I hope that this year is filled with so much newness, and that once we let go of all the old baggage, the new can come, and you will be completely engulfed with happiness and life and love. Bye, guys.